Good day, students. In today's workshop, we're going to cover how to correctly represent your contours in your Toposolid. Okay, and then in the second part of the video, we're going to quickly discuss making detail items and using them in this project. Okay, so like trees, benches, how to use arrays, that type of workflow. So it's going to be a very short workshop, but it's just to help you progress your drawings. Now, remember, the site plan is exactly these site plan drawings that we've created are always linked to level 0. Doesn't matter what view you click on, you can go to the properties and you always see that they link to level 0. So this is the first thing I want you to understand. Level 0, if we go to any of these views, is actually way down here, and this is actually sea level. What we could maybe do is change that level and give it a name so that you know. So you can call this sea level. And we can rename all the views, and you'll notice that that'll change to be sea level. Then you know that's level 0. The next level, remember these levels come with the link file, so don't ignore that for now. This level, you can now move up and down, provided you haven't worked on this level, you can move this level up and down so that you can start fixing and working with your site plan. So when you start doing your site intervention in the square, so if we go to site plan, when we start doing the intervention in the square, you will set that level to the correct level and then work from there. So you'll need to call this site base or site level. So we could call that site base for now. Yes, then we know that all these levels, site base, that this level is 10,000. Then whatever level you create above, and that's actually to aid you with your design in that square. But if you use this level as a marker and you're going to model information, then at least it gives you a base. Okay. Now, in order to make sure that these represent correctly, so for the time being, I'm going to go to VG, imported categories, and I'm going to hide some information. So Revit links, I'm going to hide that for now. Press apply. Okay, I've hidden the buildings. And I might hide some imported information as well. Okay, but we've got an in-place generic model, so I could just quickly hide that in the view, hide element. Okay, hide element. So I can bring that back. Now I've got Toposolid and I've got another civil drawing, so let's hide that. VG, imported. I'm going to hide the civil drawing for now. I just want to focus on the levels and the Toposolid. So you see, if I go to site base, for example, you'll notice it's starting to cut. It's starting to show me above the site. So the site base is at this height, so you're starting to see a bit more information. You'll have to go and play with the view range to fix this a bit better, but in essence you're seeing 1000 above, but you're only seeing to the site base itself. You won't see anything below that, so just keep that in mind. That does have some consequences. Okay, and this is when we're going to start digging in our basement and that type of information. This is where we'll use those tools to cut in your basement as well, and that's something I'll quickly illustrate as well. Okay, so I'll cut a basement into this location. All right, but in essence, what you need to understand is that that level is then being moved up. Now on the site plan itself, what I'm going to quickly do in view is I'm going to establish a scope box, because I want the levels to only work within this region. Okay, I'll go to 3D view, and then I extend that scope box. So use the extents of the building. Okay, grab, just so that any levels I create going forward, that will happen. If I go to east view, so at east, right click, select all instances in view. Okay, you can start seeing that this will start working. And I'll leave this exactly because this will be a meters above sea level, so you understand that relationship. And when you start editing your topo surface, you can start getting the same levels. Okay, so that's important to understand. Okay, now with this site base, we can round that value off, but all that we need to do is for all these levels is to make sure that they're using that scope box that we've created. Okay, so now you can see that these are all the correct size. So if I go to 3D view and I go to wireframe mode, I can start seeing those levels in the right context. Okay, if I hide these things, so if I go to this command here and I'll start hiding this information, so I'm going to hide this element, hide element, hide element. You'll start seeing the levels correctly. So you'll start seeing these levels in the correct location. Okay, and if I change this back to shaded, okay, I should be able to start seeing these levels now in the right location. And then I can start doing my site intervention on maybe the site base. If you want to model stuff, if you're not going to model stuff, keep it 2D. Plain and simple. Okay. Now on your site plan and your site location plan, now in your site location plan, please note that you need to remove the Toposolid. That won't be visible. You'll need to make sure that your Toposolid is not on. So VG, you're going to go to Toposolid, site, T for Toposolid, and you're going to switch that off. It's not visible in this view. And remember, we're going to crop a bit more of this information. Okay, and we're also going to hide, the site model itself, so the building model that you created, so VG, Revit links, you're going to switch that off in this view as well. Switch off, press apply, press OK. Okay, good. Now you remember you're going to add your road information, you're going to add a lot more information to this, but in essence the site boundaries, if I go to VG and I go to importer categories and I go to site boundaries, so here you might want to go and edit the way these things look as well. Site boundaries will typically be solid maybe. Okay, so please remember if you're going to create legends, make sure that it matches, and line weight, that's fine. Okay, press apply, press OK. Okay, so just go and do some tweaks, make this look better, and make sure that it's using your crop boundaries, okay, so that on your sheet this starts looking correctly. And maybe for this instance, I would not use the imported model for this. I would actually hide that. Okay, so in here, VG, generic model. So in generic model, I can hide generic model sometimes in this, but I might just use the hide function for this. So what you can do is right click and then go hide element. So hide and view element. Just remember, if you need to bring it back, you need to click this glasses icon and then select the models and then unhide element. Okay, so that's important to understand. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave that like that for now. The next step in your site plan, remember you're going to duplicate this with detailing, and you're going to start establishing your other views, and you're going to create detail groups that will move between, but I'll illustrate that in a second as well. Okay. In a nutshell, what we need to do is we need to duplicate this site model. I'm going to duplicate it, just duplicate without, so duplicate site model, just like this. I'm going to rename this, I'm going to call this, rename this, I'm going to call it contours. Okay, now there's a problem with the Toposolids. The way the Toposolids represent in this view is actually incorrect. We actually like to show the contours going through the buildings. Okay, and where the contours change, we need to show or reflect how the contours change. So if you've got a basement, you might need to show that basement and illustrate how that will work. Okay, so that's something that you might have to consider. Okay, because the levels will change, so technically this will change quite a bit once you've dropped a basement in. Okay, so maybe what we need to do now is, because the contours have changed and we need to represent where the basement might be, we might have to create a Toposolid that will extrude from this information. So let me quickly pull in a basement and illustrate how this would work. So VG, I'm going to bring back, sorry, my apologies, I'm going to reset temporary hide. I'm going to focus on my building for the time being. So I'm going to go to my view over here. I'm going to go to section box, and I'm going to just edit the section box just to incorporate the information that I want to work with. Okay, so this is quite a powerful tool, because in 3D view you don't want to see, these models can get very heavy. Okay, so I just want to focus on the square, so maybe let's just focus on the square and set this up correctly. So I'm focusing on the square. Okay, and VG, and I'm going to remove Revit links. I'm going to remove my building for the time being. Okay, so I've got a site boundary. Okay, I've got a lot of information to start working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to architecture, component, model in place. I'm going to go to T for Toposolid. This needs to be a Toposolid. 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 I'm going to say site basement. Okay, site basement. So I'm going to create a void, and Here, just make sure, cut geometry. Okay, I'm going to untick that by its own and I'll explain why. So I'm going to press tab now, tab once, finished. Okay, so now if I go to my section, in theory, section 1, so in theory, let's pull this up. I'm going to lock this to this level, like that, and I'm going to lock this just above to there. Okay, for now I'm not going to pin anything. Now I'm going to use, so let's just go to site plan and see where that section is happening. Okay, it's happening through my building. Okay, good. So now I need to go to cut and I need to select, so select geometry to be cut. Undo. So let's do that again. Cut, select that object and the void. So now it's cut a void, finish. Okay, all right, so if I go to 3D view now, in theory, I've cut a void into this object. At any point, I can go and double click and edit in place, and it'll allow you to select this void and adjust the void automatically. Okay, so it should allow you to link this to certain objects in your file. So I'm doing this deliberately so I can get my contour information looking a bit better. Okay, so if I go back to my contour plan now and I say finish model, okay, now if I go and hide everything in this view, so all I want to see, switch off everything in the view, sorry, keep this on, press select all, and you're going to untick all of these for now in this view, and I'm going to go to Toposolid. I'm going to switch that on, press apply, because I just want to see my Toposolid. Remember VG, I don't want to see any Revit buildings, and I want to hide any annotation objects as well. So VG, annotation, I'm going to switch off the whole category so that it's never visible in this view for the time being. So I'm going to expand this out because I want a bit more information that I want to export. The last thing that I might enable for the setting will be VG. Back in the main model category, I'm going to go to site, and in site I'm going to switch on, so just switch off all of this other stuff. I'm going to switch on project base point, project base point and survey point, just so that we know where the origin of this project is. Press cancel for now. Okay, great. So now we've got a contour model, that's a DWG file that we can now use. And technically this is part of the contour diagram because we're actually removing this information. Now to use this information correctly in my Revit project file, I'll need to export this as a DWG. So you need to go to, so select the object, leave it as is, my apologies, file, you're going to go to export, you're going to go to export DWG. Okay, for this example you leave everything as is, you just have to click on these three dots in settings. Okay, you will leave everything as is, internal origin, millimeters, perfect. In general, you need to make sure that you switch off this function, not plottable layers, make sure that's disabled, press OK, and you're going to go and save this on your desktop. I'm going to call it contours, just like this. I'm going to go export. Now remember, you will need to put this information or this DWG file in a folder where you're going to keep using it again and again. Remember, you can open up the AutoCAD file and make some edits. Okay, I'm going to press OK. I'm going to go yes, replace. Okay, so I'm going to keep this file here. I'll give it a rename now and call it export so that I know every time the contours change, I can keep exporting this and using it. Now my site plan view. Okay, you'll notice that the Toposolid, you don't get all the required information, so it doesn't really represent correctly. Okay, so technically the contour should be going through everything, you should be able to see everything. So all the contours should be visible above the buildings in essence. Okay, so how do we address that? So we're going to go, the first thing I'll do is I'll go to Insert and I'll go to Link CAD. You can use Link CAD or Import CAD if you want to make them part of the drawing, but for now I'll go to Link CAD. Remember, current view only. That's important. It must be current view only, and you'll copy them between the views. And here you're going to go auto internal origin to internal origin. Here with the level, you can leave it on C level or you can put it on the other level. But for now, this will be on C level because this view is associated to C level. You're going to leave everything as is. Okay, I'm going to press open. Now, select the file. Now I'm going to press open. Now technically it's come in, so you're going to select everything. You're going to go to your filter tool very quickly, select none, and you're going to go and find the contours DWG, press apply, press OK. And now you're going to say foreground. Now you'll notice that it happily sits above everything else, and all the settings that were applied in this view will come through and represent themselves correctly in this view, which is great. Now the contours sit above the building models itself. Okay, so that's great. So in essence now, if I go to VG, I can make sure that Toposolid is off going forward. Toposolid, switch that off for now, because technically this DWG will now sit above everything. Now I can actually see the contours correctly. So just remember, in visibility graphics, you can now start go and set, imported categories and contours. You can go and override the way things look in here, so you can make everything grayed out. Okay, so now you can go and half-tone things, for example, so that they don't spoil your drawing too much. So major and minor contours. So here you can go and make all of these quite gray. Okay, and you can go and change their... Okay, so this is information that can sit quite nicely in the background. Okay, and you can change the line weight so it reads correctly. Okay, so that's one way to fix your contour information. That's important to understand. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the site plan view, duplicate with detailing. Now, you're going to have a site establishment plan or a demolition plan or... Okay, so remember, you're going to have a site plan that will show everything. You're going to have a site establishment plan, for example. So let's just rename that. Okay, site establishment plan. So we've got a site establishment plan that we can work on now. Site plan and then site working. Just remember, these contours are not on site working yet. So basically I can go and grab this Control C, go to site working, modify. I'm going to go to paste, align to same, so align to current view. Okay, so in site working now, undo that. Site plan. Okay, so Control C, site working, edit, paste, align to current view. Okay, so here we can start seeing our contours, same deal. Just make sure that they're set to foreground. Okay, and you can use hierarchies to kind of, and for site working, because we're only focusing on this area, you can switch on a crop view now. So here you can start cropping the information that you don't want to see. Okay, there was an aerial photograph in here that I need to relink and show, kind of re-establish where it was, but for now, so here I can just focus on this as well. Guys, just start sorting out your views correctly so that everything reads correctly. Okay, so now in this view, site working is where we can do a lot of the working and establishment of these files. Okay, so site plan, site establishment plan. Okay, so these layers will be on, you're going to copy them to each view every time. But now you're going to start showing demolition, you're going to start adding in some additional information. Okay, so this is where we're going to go and rework a whole lot of stuff.